We're commemorating victory in Europe 75 years ago. That was the beginning of the end of the Second World War. We still had troops over in the Far East fighting the Japanese, but this was the moment when this country realised that fascism had been defeated, Nazi Germany was no longer the threat. And today is about remembering but also celebrating that the reason we have an NHS, the reason we have the freedom today is because of the sacrifice given 75 years ago. But I think because of COVID we have to mark it differently, but first and foremost in the same way, which is remembering the sacrifice by many of our friends and families that we were linked to. We will all have some relations that in some way contributed to the war effort, whether they were soldiers or airmen or whether they were Women's Land Army. And so we should take time to reflect. We can do that at 11 o'clock with the 2-minute silence, or we can do that any time during the day. But at the same time, we should take joy that we won, that Britain and her allies freed the world from Nazis and that threat, and have gone on from strength to strength ever since. And now today we are responding as one to COVID. We are going to get through COVID, and there will be a time hopefully around VJ Day, as a potential opportunity to remember the end of the Second World War in its entirety. There will be other times when we will come together to celebrate what we have achieved. But at the moment, I think taking time to think that the men and women of our armed forces are right now contributing to keeping us safe and getting us through this virus. And that's their historical role, which is to have the backs of this nation.